Welcome to the weekday, Wednesday Hump Day show. Infinity is the place to go. Meet Laura, Rick, critters, and camels too. We're all so excited to entertain you. So go on, sit down in your comfy chair, cause at Infinity Acres Ranch, love grows there. See ya on BTW 21.
Welcome to the weekday, Wednesday Hump Day show. Finally, I got my honey sitting here next to me.
Finally could break away from my chain and ball.
I'm Llama Laura from Infinity Acres Ranch. My wonderful husband, Rancher Rick, is joining us. And Boomerang, the red kangaroo. You guys have been able to watch as he's growing. And look at what a big boy he is, sitting here at the table, hanging out with us, drinking his bottles beautifully, starting to eat solid foods. He's just a real pleasure to have. We're really excited. And he has been a big hit everywhere we go. And later on in the show, I'll bring out Kiros, the little wallaby that had such a difficult start in life and who is just doing absolutely fabulous also. We love sharing these things with you. So this is our little Australian friend. Remember, kangaroos and wallabies are marsupials, which means that's an mammal that carries their baby in a pouch. Yep. And they come from Australia. And most of the world's marsupials come from Australia. So we are excited to have the red kangaroo Boomerang joining us at Infinity Acres. And you can come and see him there along with our other marsupials. Or if it's a spring event or maybe even a summer event, we might be able to bring them with us to some of the special occasions.
You know, it's really a lot of fun to watch them run around when they're out of the pouch. You get an appreciation of the size of their legs and how they can move around.
It's pretty funny.
Really fun.
We let them out for exercise in the house and you hear doing, 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 doing across the floor. It's pretty cute. So anyways, we have so much to share with you today. It is the middle of spring, time for temperatures to start warming up. Thank you, I appreciate that.
Anyway.
And now it's grass growing season, weed eating. We're putting in a garden. We've got some wonderful people helping us with that. And we've got all kinds of events coming up. We're going to be showing you the flyers for those events. And of course, they're always on my Facebook and they're also on our website. Time to start looking at signing your kids up for summer camp programs. It's not too early. Sign up right away. Our 5K race, our carnival, and then the concert series is the first thing coming up on April 20th, which is what? Today's the 10th? 10 days away.
10 days.
So make sure you save the date, April 20th, for the first Infinity Acres Ranch Pond Concert.
Next weekend.
Next weekend, yeah. So let's take a look at some of the fun things we have going on. Show us what's first. So we had an excellent opportunity to present to the Martinsville City School Board of Education this week. And our focus is talking about field trips. And the theme is stay local, but learn global. By coming to Infinity Acres Ranch, you get to meet animals from all over the world. And it's only 15 miles outside of Martinsville. So check out this video.
Would you like to swing on a star, carry moonbeams home in a jar, and be better off than you are? Or would you rather be a mule? A mule is an animal with long, funny ears, kicks up at anything he hears.
His back is brawny, but his brain is weak. He's just plain stupid with a stubborn streak.
And by the way, if you hate to go to school, you may grow up to be a mule.
Or would you like to swing on a star, carry moonbeams home in a jar, and be better off than you are?
Or would you rather be a pig?
A pig is an animal with dirt on his face. His shoes are a terrible disgrace.
All right, here we are, week 2, Infinity Acres Ranch Animal Adventure Camp. All these wonderful kids running down here with the animals. Woohoo! Off to the side!
He rocks in the treetop all the day long, hopping and a bopping and a singing his song. All Robin, 'cause we really gonna rock 'em tonight.
1, 2, 3. Thank you, Dr. Jones and Sean.
Well, that was a quick trip around the world. I hope y'all aren't jet lagged for that. So we have a little Digit's got his arms crossed here at the table, just chilling out, hanging out. That gives you a little glimpse of some of the highlights of what we do. There's so much to learn. The animal husbandry aspect is amazing. That, of course, is the foundation of what our Enable program is all about. Enable is an acronym for Enriching, Nurturing Animal-Based Learning Experiences, and it is our day support program for adults with disabilities. We're going to have our Enable team up here on stage with us at the very end of the show, too. So let's take a look at some of the other pictures that we've got. So we went down, and I wanted to give a big shout out to Felicia and Misty for coming and helping us with the presentation to the school board. We have a little group we call the Techie Whiners, and they come with their laptops and they help me create flyers and registration forms and give me inspiration and help keep me focused. So we absolutely survive because of our volunteers.
Absolutely.
We're very grateful for that.
You know, speaking of volunteers, yesterday I was down in one of the back fields and we're preparing, of course, for the run. And we had a great group of guys come out and volunteer to help clear some of the heavier things in, in the run pathway. And they all come up and one of the camels bellowed. They were talking to me and it moaned, and they all looked at each other, like they never heard that sound before. And the guy goes, he just is shocked. He goes, I don't believe I've ever seen a live camel in my life. And I'm saying, if you come to the run, that's what you're going to see. You're going to see them in the trail. And they were standing in the trail when that happened, so it was fun.
Well, this group from Compassion Church, they came out, there was 5 of them, and they came out to help clear brush and cut up some trees and stuff for us. But I got a message last night, I didn't even have a chance to tell you, that there's going to be 15 of them coming to volunteer to help at the race. So that means they're going to be standing there with llamas and goats and miniature horses all along the trail at return for the 5K race. And people can run and get their personal best time, or they can run, stop for a selfie, laugh and pet an animal along the way, catch their breath, and then keep running. So it is a 5K race, and we call it the fun run because it's really not about the time, it's about the experience.
Bring your camera.
And you can also do a 1-mile walk and done. So you don't have to run, you can walk it. You can walk the short trail or the whole 5K trail. The idea is to have fun outdoor exercise.
And this is not a typical 5K race either. It's not run on the road or on sidewalks and that. A part, maybe a third of it is on the road, but it's a good country road, little travel. But the rest is through the woods and a nice big field and
woods and pastures. So you're going to be running through the animal habitats.
It's like cross country.
Yes, it is like a cross country race. Okay, what else do we have? Okay, back to the school. Most of you know Dr. Talley, and that's Misty showing him Optimus Prime, the armadillo. He had never seen one or touched one before, so this was pretty cool. This was part of the Board of Education meeting. We had a pleasure of meeting Ann from Ann's Kitchen, and she is going to be our caterer for the first pond series. And this is one of her granddaughters that came out, and she's holding Hufflepuff, the little snake. So hopefully everybody got a chance to protect themselves with good certified glasses and catch the solar eclipse. We had a lot of fun with that. We talked a lot about the eclipse. That was our word of the day for our education. We talked about lunar patterns. And then, as you can see from all the excitement and the amazement, they actually got to see the eclipse. Now, of course, here in Virginia, we only got to see about an 80% totality, but it was still pretty impressive. And again, a phenomenon we won't see for another 40 years. So this was a special moment for everyone to share. And here we are back at the board meeting. They got to meet Boomerang as well as Kyros and Optimus Prime. Everybody really enjoyed it. We got to speak to the principals to talk about having the teachers schedule field trips to Infinity Acres Ranch. This was one of our exhibits. We had a great time at Compassion Church. Again, big shout out to all of our volunteers. Here is Patricia. We have Patricia and Hannah and Robert and David and Jean and Misty and Felicia and Rebecca, and the list goes on, and we are just ever so grateful for that. Here's another little young lady showing off, holding the snake, first time ever. And they were really excited. And of course, Hufflepuff is a hog-nosed snake and a very good animal ambassador for representing the reptile world. Ta-da! Probably the last one we'll see together. We look very, very intense there, but it was fun. Will, this is one of our wonderful team members for the Enable team, feeding the baby goat. He's feeding Jethro right there. Well, all this wonderful editing, and here at BTW 21, we've got to give a big shout out to Grace, and then Christian, you know him from the Sportscasters. So we've got a wonderful young couple that are also very heavily involved with BTW 21's productions and airtime, bringing us the weather, the sports, and of course, a lot of the live shows like today's Hump Day show.
Working behind the scenes.
They are working hard behind the scenes, and that was with Cherokee here. So last week, we had the pleasure to take one of the wallabies that was born at Infinity Acres to its new home, and we met the new owner in West Virginia. And we decided to take a scenic detour on the way home and go to the New River Gorge Bridge. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have never been there, it is one of those amazing treasures that is a fabulous day trip. It is not that far away. The scenery is gorgeous. It's an impressive area. Lots to see, lots to do, whether it's camping, hiking, kayaking, whitewater rafting, fishing, just plain old sightseeing. Restaurants, you can just eat whatever you want, but it is a great area.
It's a little known fact too, you know, we tripped over this because we spoke with one of the rangers, and she said, well, why don't, you know, because Laura wanted to get a picture of a full view of the bridge from the side, and we were trying to figure out how people were doing that, you know, other than going down the river. And a little known fact is there's a path, or a car pathway under the bridge, and it's maybe what, 6 miles, 8 miles?
It's an 8-mile trip.
And it's absolutely amazing. I mean, it gets you down, it gets you so many different angles of the bridge. Actually, you go under the bridge, which is pretty fascinating.
Because what did they say? You could fit 2 statues of Liberty
and the Washington Monument.
And the Washington Monument underneath the
like
bridge.
25 feet.
So it gives you an idea of the height.
It's pretty high.
It is very, very impressive. So we had a really great time learning
really,
about it. It is a state park.
Yeah, and
so
they've got a nice welcome center.
Yep, and there's camping there and nearby.
Really, really beautiful there.
Mm-hmm. I thought this was just a pretty spectacular view of the ranch. One of those just pivotal moments. I walked outside and it was cloudy and overcast, but then the sun peeped through and just lit up all those trees. Now, even though it looks like fall, it is actually I just took this last week.
It was the glow of the sun.
And it was the glow of the sun.
Pretty cool.
And here's Boomerang, because, you know, when we travel, because these babies need bottles so often, we just put them in their pouches and hop along with them. And so I thought this was just a fun picture of him enjoying some of the scenery in the western part of Virginia.
If you could see the way he's sitting right now, it's like he's really relaxed, you know, he's got his arms crossed.
And he's such a sweet boy. There we go. And I think that this is going to be kind of one of our pivotal pictures. We do think of Infinity Acres Ranch as the Infinity family tree. And in the very center, you see where it says enable. That's because that is really sort of the trunk of the tree. And then all the amazing branches that grow out of that tree. And I don't know, it just sort of sums it all up. I really, really like this.
You know, like we're pretty versatile. You know, like we touch a lot of different areas and a lot of different clubs. We want to be in the community. We want to do things to the community and have them share our ranch too, you know, for meetings and things like that.
We are an educational nonprofit, and it is our mission to serve our community and to bring programs that have value and educational opportunities. Again, we invite you to participate in whatever level, whether it's camping at the zoo, bringing your kids to Animal Adventure Summer Camp, or participating by field trips, animal encounters, hiring us to come to your events, doing your family reunions or your birthday parties at the ranch. Whatever it is, please keep us in mind.
You know, another thing too is if you have an idea, you know, like as a group or an individual, if you want to try to develop something that has something to do with the ranch or the animals, you can't find out if it'll work unless you bring it to us and we'll talk about it. And, you know, because Laura and I, it's hard for us to say no to certain things.
We love ideas. We
Yeah.
love to come up with new
Yeah.
things. We get excited about new adventures. And that brings us to light of our events, which are kind of new and exciting to share. So this is the first one that we said was coming up. This is April 20th. Just Us is a very versatile, fun band. They can do all kinds of cover songs. It's the type that you can go on up and put in a request and they'll play your favorites. We set the band up on the dock, and it's a floating dock. It's all lit up. There we go, and it's all lit up. And the audience sits around the edges. The music notes just float over the water.
It's a treat.
It is
It's really a
absolute
treat to listen to the music across the water like that.
We'll have the little cabin will have adult beverages available, and we have Ann's Kitchens will serve soft drinks and food. And then one of our wonderful volunteers is making some baked goods, so there'll be yummy things. This is a family-friendly event. You can bring the kids, the whole family, bring your chair and your blanket, and we will, of course, bring Infinity Animals down to the pond side also. What would an Infinity Acre event be unless we brought the animals?
You know, I want to mention something too. You know, it might be a deflection too, but being at a lake, a lot of people think of mosquitoes and bugs and so on like that. Bring your bug spray, but we don't have that many mosquitoes
It's
that
shocking.
bother you.
I don't know why,
and
but we just don't.
everybody sits down and they go, where are all the bugs? And for some reason, we don't have any.
Very, very few, yeah.
You very seldom get bothered by a mosquito even.
And then next month, in May 18th, we've got Above the Fray. And most people know Kat and Dennis because they're local favorites around here, and they're going to
Really
be
a lot
sharing a
of fun.
pond night with us. So we're
They're
excited
really
about that.
Neat people.
And we're
Really
looking to
nice.
start booking our June and July dates as well as the band. So if you are a band or you know somebody that would be a really good fit out at the ranch, please give us a call and we'll be glad to talk to them about being part of our series. And here we are. We've been talking about the 5K ranch run. We're already out marking the trail, clearing the trail. And as you heard from Compassion Church, we've got like 15 volunteers already lining up, ready to help give us a hand. We made sure that it did not conflict with the Blue Ridge Marathon nor the Martinsville 5K. So this will be on May 4th. So we're kind of doing a fun theme, and costumes are encouraged to do May the 4th be with you and do a little Star Wars theme. So if you've got a costume, we'd love to see Chewbacca and Han Solo and all those, Yoda. I want Yoda to come and run the race.
What's the next day? Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
There you go. So this is going to just be a fun weekend.
Yeah.
And check it out. Of course, if you run, you got to walk away with a little bit of bling. So we will have medals, of course. And
Bring
we
a
get
strong
a swag
arm,
bag.
you're not plastic.
And this is sort of our little motto for it. We dress the llamas up. People will be walking around, so you can see so many fun animals along the way and enjoy the day. We do need people that want to come and support the runners, too. They can stand at the finish line and cheer them on.
Bring your families.
Yeah, bring a family.
It doesn't cost anything to stand there and watch.
Animal Adventure Summer Camp. We officially have a scannable QR code, so you can do online registration and payment this year. We are definitely, our techie volunteers have helped us tremendously, and we're upping our game and making it more and more user-friendly. So get those kiddos signed up. I don't care whether they're your kids, your grandkids, your nieces, your nephews, boys and girls. We've even opened up the age brackets a bit. The really exciting thing is that our special needs camp is fully sponsored by Molina Healthcare. That means that it costs 10 children, absolutely nothing, to come and have an amazing experience, and with a very high staff to client ratio for our special needs camp. We also are able, because of some generous sponsors, able to offer scholarships for our summer campers. So please fill out those registrations, check it out. You know, if you aren't into the QR codes yet, all you have to do is open up the camera on your phone, hold it over the QR code, and it'll pop up a thing that you hit click on, and it opens up that website or that registration form. So give that a try and get those registrations rolling. You don't want to miss out on it. There's only limited numbers.
We don't take large numbers, and
No.
we don't want the kids, you know, the shy kids, to hide behind anybody else and kind of lose track of them. We want everybody to be active and interactive, which they usually are. And you know, the thing is, you're like the camera Nazi for taking photographs. Many photographs of these kids, and they're available at the end of the camp too.
Okay, we were taking that moment off camera just to bring out little Kiros and let you say hey to her. I don't know if you remember or not, but she was just an itty bitty thing, not even 2 pounds. She's more than doubled her weight. She's silly, she's frisky, and still loves the babas, and we are just absolutely infatuated with this little girl.
Lucky little girl, she didn't have that problem at our ranch.
And she and Boomerang are BFFs, very bonded. If I'm not careful, they hop out and play for a while, and then they both hop into the same pouch. They like to cuddle. So it's kind of cool. We enjoy having them as part of our daily life. This has been an amazing season already.
It has been.
We are so fortunate. We had such a great time at Compassion Church last week. We're going to Stanleytown Nursing Home this week. We were at the, right before Easter, we were at the North Carolina Winston-Salem Arbor Acres, which is one of the nursing homes we see frequently.
It's a huge place.
Yes.
Huge.
So already we are in full swing, baby season. If you are missing a rabbit in your life, we have 2 continental giants available at the ranch. All of our wallabies have already found their new homes. And of course, Kiros and Boomerang are going to live at Infinity forever. And we got good news. I don't know if I even told you yet. We have good
Probably
news.
not.
3 out of our 5 female llamas are pregnant. So that means we're going to have baby llamas. And a couple of the donkeys and miniature horses are looking in the family way and ready to have babies this spring and summer. So always something new, always something exciting. We're looking forward to having our grand opening up for the capybara exhibit in the very near future. We're working on projects all the time. I think we have a flyer, I think we have a picture up there about our famous photo for our volunteers. It's just a really neat one. There it is. And it shows the heart in your hand, meaning that in the very center of everything, the heart of a volunteer is so much what we need. And we want everyone watching the show to raise their hand and then use that same hand to reach for the phone and call me and come on out and get signed up for some of the events or some of the projects. We have projects for people of every ability, okay? Whether it's coming and doing reading or arts and crafts or playing bingo with our Enable team, grooming the llamas, helping to shear them, taking some of the animals out for walks, brushing the horses, feeding baby bottles, cleaning, gardening. We have so many needs. Like our tech people, that's some of their superpowers. Whatever your superpower is, we would be grateful to put it to use at Infinity Acres Ranch. You can call us at 276-358-2378. And we're going to pause for just a moment so we can bring our Enable team up here so that the close of the show can be with their daily cheer. Every day at the end of the Enable shift, we have a little cheer that we do, and this is sort of our team bonding experience. And each day it rotates to who starts it. So today, G gets to start it. Go ahead, G.
1, 2, 3.
At Infinity Acres, with these people, I feel safe and loved. Team Infinity! Woo! So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us again today. And we want to remind you that Infinity Acres, love grows here. Bye!